tip is Ashley again, and today I'm going to be doing my it's gonna be back to school series, but this one's going to be my tips for freshmen slash ninth graders for high school, not college. No, high school, because I didn't go to college. I mean, I'm only a sophomore in high school, so I can't, you know. But okay, I only made like 10 tips in like literally 1 minute because I was just Saturday afternoon, and I'm just, oh, that was my phone, sorry. It's a Saturday afternoon, and I'm just here watching the Olympics, and I was like, hey, I should make a tips for freshman video since I'm not doing anything. So I did. So these are like really not in order, but I mean, just stick with me. Alright, my first tip is to go to open house. You do not want to go to your high school on the first day of school not knowing where any of your classes are. But I'm pretty sure if you ask people, they're gonna, escort you to your class or whatever. But I mean, come on now, who wants to go to class late? But yeah, that's my first tip. Go to open house, where you can go with your mom or your dad or your guardian, parent or guardian, or just somebody, maybe your friends. You can go with your friends. Go to open house. You can see where your classes are visually, and yeah, so you won't be confused on the first day of school. My second tip is to be confident. Please walk into high school being confident. You don't want to go to high school looking scared. Well, I mean, nah, I'm gonna take that back. Just be confident. My third tip is to, you can share your schedules, like share your schedules with your friends or, other people that are going to be a ninth grader at that school with you, just to see if you have classes with each other, whatever, because it is kind of fun, to see, oh, who's having this class with me, who's having this class with me. So yeah. Fourth tip is to make friends with your teachers. Not like that. I'm talking about like, be kind to them. You don't want the teacher to know you, remember you as the terrible, horrible, the baddest human being. I don't want to say child, human being in that classroom, because that's not a good look, especially if you want to like give them recommendations for a sport or a club or whatever. You don't want them to write something bad on their recommendation. Yes. My fifth oh sorry. My fifth tip is to study. Some people, I mean, they don't study at all. They can just remember everything from the class time or whatever, and they're like perfectly good with that. So I mean, that's them, but I prefer you to study. You probably don't want to study the day right before the test, like that night, because that can get really frustrating. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Yes, really frustrating. Especially a big test, you might want to, study every day. Well, not every day, but just study. My sixth tip is to get involved. Sorry, somebody's calling me. Oh my gosh. Okay, my sixth tip is to get involved. Get involved to sports, get involved to clubs. If you're not a sport person, then I mean, I'm not gonna force you to, get involved to a sport that you don't like, whatever. But I mean, if you like soccer, whatever, don't hesitate, try it out. But get involved to clubs. That really looks great on your resume. And I'm not just talking get into a club and just be a club member. Be more than a club member, because sometimes they'll have like president, vice president, or whatever. Try and be one of those. The top person. If you like that type of stuff, so you can put that on your resume and that'll look great. My seventh tip is to do your best. Please don't get bad grades. Don't do, just please don't do that. Just do your best, because you do not want to be an upperclassman in a ninth grade class, a freshman class. You don't, because trust me, that happens. That happens. You might even have a class with the upperclassmen in there. So do your best. You do not want to be known as the upperclassmen in the freshman class. But I mean, it happens. So my 8th tip is to be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. Just be yourself. I mean, you are who you are. Just be yourself. My 9th tip is don't worry about the upperclassmen. I mean, some of them can be really nice, though. Just don't worry about it. It's not like on TV how they boss you around, like how they. No, it's not like that. No. I mean, they might have a senior prank day. I'm being real. They might have a senior prank day. I know my school, they have a senior prank day. So, I mean, but it's not even that bad. Okay, my 8th tip is. Oh, I already said 8th. My 10th tip is ask for help and don't be afraid. If there's somebody in the hallway and you don't know where your class is, don't hesitate. Ask them for help. You know, for them to escort you to your class or help to your class or whatever. I mean, just don't be afraid. If not, I'm just saying, just don't be afraid. Also in class, don't be afraid to ask the teacher a question about assignment, because trust me, you're gonna want to ask some questions, especially when it gets hot, when the class gets harder and all that type of stuff. I mean, just don't be afraid. But yes, this is all my tips for 9th graders slash freshmen entering high school. And thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.